Let me know when you guys can hear me. And also the kids' Netflix show. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? Hear ye, hear ye. Mel, you make me laugh. Hi, everybody. So it's not every day that I have to broadcast next to the kids' Netflix show that I put on to make them quiet and not bother me while I'm broadcasting, but alas, that is what's happening today. Hey, guys, what's this show called? Oh, yes, they are watching the riveting show called Animal Mechanical, which I don't know what this is. It genuinely looks like a video game, just in Netflix format. I don't know. It's confusing. Doesn't really matter. As long as they're quiet and you can't hear the show too much during the next few minutes, that'll be good, right? So we have kind of a really bad card of races tonight, and I didn't mean to start the show that way, but it's bad, guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's pretty bad. We're going to call those races anyway because we've missed a couple weeks. So we're 2 minutes away from the Secretariat Derby, which is a $300,000 Grade 1 race over 1.25 miles. This is basically the Chicago Million for 3-year-olds, although 3-year-olds can run in the Chicago Million, and good ones usually do. It's interesting because there is one 3-year-old in the Chicago Million that probably could have won this race by a zillion lengths, but he's not here. He's in the big one, which is nice for the horses that are in here. Only one horse in this race has earned more than $25,000, and that is number 6, Convince Me for Stormy Peak. This is a homebred colt by Yasiel out of Forthwith, who was a super awesome race mare. He's 4 for 6 lifetime. He is coming off of a loss in the Grade 1 Virginia Derby. He's had a bit of a strange schedule. He went 16, 3, 6, 8, and now all the way to 12. So, I don't know, kind of like a long break, I guess, where he was going short breaks before. It doesn't really matter. The only horse to ever beat this guy, King of Ashes, is not here today. So, he's your big, big favorite. But of the others, the rest of them include Anku Can's Onofrios. Does anyone want to tell me how to say that before I have to say it out loud? Coming off of a win and a non-winner of 2. Anku also has Valborga, who is a filly in here. Daughter of Graffiti Bridge. I love Graffiti Bridge. This filly has only won once, and that was her debut last year. Anthony Name's got a filly in here named Donna Nordia. Maybe I should have looked at these before I decided to call this race. Lucas Davenport with a homebred gelding, Wild Solo. Only one win for this guy, but his lifetime best speed figure is an 84. Number 5 is Gray for John Exet. This has to be your second choice. He did finally break his main last out in his 4th try. That was also week 8. He's a son of Suzuka Silence out of a very nice race mare in Typical Situation, who was 9 for 19 lifetime. So they all have to beat Convince Me, and it's going to be a post time here. No one told me how to say this name. And Anku's not here, right? Who, for all we know, is Onsu. I don't know. Betting pool, wow, closes at $52,400. A field of 5, 6, a field of 6. Set to go 1.25 miles. They're off in the Secretariat Derby. Convince Me was 1 step slow, but the rest were away well. It is now Convince Me, though, who goes running out to the front end, and no one else wants it, so it will be Convince Me. Gray is away, second best, then Wild Solo, Onofrios, Valborga, and Dona Nordia is the early trailer of a field of 6. So they come down past the wire the first time, and the pace is moderate. It is Convince Me leading by 1/2. Gray pushing the pace just a little bit now, and those two are 3 lengths in front of Wild Solo. Then comes Onofrios, Valborga, and Dona Nordia is the early trailer. So they have just about 7 furlongs left to run in the Secretariat Derby, and I did believe this race was 1 1/8 until tonight, so maybe we should change that. I don't know. Food for thought. It is Gray who now leads by a length. Gray shook clear of Convince Me, but those two are 8 lengths in front of the rest of the field, and they're in a race of their own. Wild Solo is third. He'd have to make up 10 to win. Then comes Onofrios. Valborga and Dona Nordia is still the trailer. Those four are only about 5 lengths front to back, but it's a long way to the front runners, Gray and Convince Me. So no change in order yet. It is still Gray. Then comes Convince Me, Wild Solo, Onofrios, Valborga, Dona Nordia. And they're coming around the far turn. Gray still has the lead by a length. Convince Me is starting to get more involved, though. Convince Me closing on that one. And Wild Solo is making a bid. Valborga's closing. Those two are only 5 lengths off of the front runners, and they're at the top of the stretch. It is still Gray. He's had it all his own way most of the race. Convince Me trying to get to him. Valborga's up into third, and Wild Solo. It is Gray. Convince Me. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be Gray who holds on for the upset. Gray by a nose in the Secretariat Derby. Convince Me second, 4 back to Valborga third. The official winner is Gray. Yeah, he's a 3-year-old Gray colt by Suzuka Silence out of Typical Situation by Derby Charm. Man, I love that pedigree. He is a homebred for John Exet, and he has a companion cat named Black Cat, who probably is also Gray, just because that'd be really funny. He's now 2 for 5 lifetime, and definitely headed to bigger and better things now that he's on the stretch out. All right, we're 2 minutes away from the next race, which is the Beverly Bee. And this is a short field, but a good field. Like, these horses aren't terrible. I should tell you how I really feel, right? So number 1 on the rail is Kiss My Breath Away for Todd Lucas. This is a steward bred that cost $3.3 million as a yearling. She's a daughter of Sydney, and the very nice mare Kiss Me here. This filly is 9 for 13 lifetime. She was in that crazy race with the girls running really well over the boys. You know, when You Love Someone and Run Wild and Tell Me a Secret, like they were dead heat. Like, I don't know, there was some craziness that was going on. She was in this race. She was 4th. Before that, she'd won the Grade 1 Weezer Stakes in California. Yeah, she'd actually won 8 races in a row. So, very legit horse, Kiss My Breath Away. Number 2 is Deck Chair for Dennis Peterson. Danny Derby bred this one. It's a filly by Imagineer out of a Sydney mare, coming off of a 4th place finish in the Grade 1 Virginia Oaks. Number 3 is the 4-year-old filly Run Wild, and you may recall that her awesome sire Coleman Hell did win this race 3 years in a row, I think. I'm like pretty sure that that's a fact. Another daughter of Titanic here, 8 for 13 lifetime. This filly's fancy, and I would like to own her, but I don't. She's still waiting for, like, a major win. She's always right there in Grade 1s. This could be it today. Number 4 is Tell Me a Secret, one of the great last homebreds for Scott Island. Now this horse is with Allie Hedgestone. This filly did dead heat for the win in the World Traveler Handicap, which was a Grade 1, the one I was just talking about. 12 for 16 lifetime, $2.1 million earned. Nothing you can say about this filly other than she's awesome and was 2nd in this race 2 years back. Rounding out the field is number 5, When You Love Someone. Don't do it. It's risky. Just kidding. This is a daughter of Reddington that cost $4.7 million as a yearling. She's just under $1 million earned back. She's coming off of a 5-race win streak, including the dead heat in the World Traveler. She won the Grade 2 Riddle Me This. Hey, child, easy. She won the Grade 1 Queen Mother at the end of last year. 10 for 13 lifetime, so this is an absolutely solid, awesome field. If the last race can get $50,000 bets, I'm not calling this one until it gets over 2,000. Come on, guys. Like, let's go. More. Do it. Bet, bet, bet. Do. If you guys don't bet, I'm going to turn on Animal Mechanical. Is that what that's called? Yeah. Really loud. Let's see how that worked. Didn't. Whatever, we're just going to go for it anyway. Thanks for joining us tonight for our kind of informal race calls. Don't forget that this Friday we should probably have a race call, but it might be early if that's okay with everyone. We're supposed to go up to the mountains this Friday, but I still like to call those races. Let's look at how those fields are since we're kind of killing time a little bit. The Spa current entries. Midsummer Classic has the People's Horse, Hear You Me, and 2 overmatched sad horses. So that's not actually all that compelling. But the Oaks is super stacked. Crazy stacked. So that race is worth it alone. All right. This betting pool is going to close at $15,000. A field of 5. What is my problem tonight? Going a mile and an eighth for $750,000. People are still listening to me, right? Chat room's like super quiet. Don't all speak up at once. They're off in the Beverly B, and it was a good start for all 5 runners. When you love someone shows speed, so too does Run Wild, and those 2 bolt off from the field. Deck Chair, then Kiss My Breath Away, and Tell Me a Secret is the early trailer, but it's a compact group. Only 2.5 lengths separates them front to back. When You Love Someone and Run Wild side by side, going quite quick early, 2 lengths in front of the rest. Deck Chair, then Kiss My Breath Away, and Tell Me a Secret is the trailer. So they're whipping around that clubhouse turn with 7 furlongs left to run. It is When You Love Someone and Run Wild setting a fast pace out here. They're 3 lengths in front of the rest. That's Deck Chair, then Kiss My Breath Away, and Tell Me a Secret is still the trailer, but only 5 lengths off the leaders. No change in order yet. It's When You Love Someone, then Run Wild, Deck Chair, Kiss My Breath Away, and Tell Me a Secret. A compact field of very good runners. They're coming to the half-mile pole, and it is now When You Love Someone leading by a length. Run Wild struggling to keep with that one. Here comes Kiss My Breath Away up into 3rd. Deck Chair is done. Tell Me a Secret gains a spot. They're at the top of the stretch now, and When You Love Someone has to hold off. Kiss My Breath Away. Run Wild still there too. Then Tell Me a Secret and Deck Chair way back. It is When You Love Someone. Kiss My Breath Away gets her, and now Kiss My Breath Away is rolling away in the Beverly B. Kiss My Breath Away is going to be your winner by 2 lengths, but is not even close to as funny as Animal Mechanicals. Okay, shh. When You Love Someone second, Run Wild was 3rd. The official winner was Kiss My Breath Away. Sorry. I would like to redact that from the record. She is a 4-year-old Dark Bay filly by Sydney out of Kiss Me Here. By Anywhere But Here. That's kind of funny. She was bred by the steward and is owned by Todd Lucas. This is her 10th win in 14 starts, and she finally goes over $1 million in earnings. She has a companion cat named Tiger, and she probably deserves a headshot. Guys, you gotta do me a solid and order some headshots. Like, these girls are churning them out so fast. I have like 5 new ones to post from today. There are not that many orders. I don't want to have to fire anyone. I mean, no pressure, but I don't want to have to fire anyone. Next up, we have the big one. It's the Chicago Million, and this is a solid field. Mostly. Okay, it's really bad. I know. I'm on a bit of a hissy fit tonight, but listen to how bad this race is. Number 1 is Trek for Andrew James. He's a 9-year-old gelding, meaning Trek, not Andrew James. 10 for 44 lifetime, and this guy has been on the board 28 times. Wait, 38 times? Wait, 10 plus... No, 28 times. Math's hard. Don't judge me. Last one, 2 back, and that was in a $45,000 claimer. Number 2 is that 3-year-old I was telling you about. No One Is Safe for Tim Matthews. This is a homebred, 6 for 8 lifetime, coming off of a win in the French Derby. The horse that he's lost to was Convince Me, who, as you know, just lost to Gray. So if this one wins, maybe Gray could have won this race, and then we'd be in some kind of like Inception time warpy thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have to give Tim props for going for this race because, as I said, it would have probably been an easy win to go in the other one. But why not run for like 1 point whatever million more? Number 3 is Recorder, another 9-year-old gelding for Onku Khan, whatever, bred by Aidan O'Brien. This is a son of Australia whose last win was 2 back in a $1,500 claimer. Yep. Number 4 is Gary Coleman. Flies in Hambletonian, owns this one. This is a Scott Island bred, coming off of 2 straight wins. Both of the how are both of these non-winners 3 lifetimes? Because math, I get it. Has only won 3 lifetime. Okay, I'm good now. Yeah, this horse has never run in a stakes race, so pedigree-wise, being by Coleman Hell, this horse totally fits. Number 5 is Mitchell Pritchett, which I love. Onku Khan owns this one and bred it, another Graffiti Bridge. This is a 4-year-old gelding, 3 wins and 14 starts. Is a Grade 2 winner last year in New Zealand. Number 6 is Baron Harzand. Son of Harzand was bred by Lucas Davenport and is owned by Dennis Peterson. I said it right this time. Coming off of a win in an allowance race. Here's why this is crazy. This horse won an allowance, wheeled back in the Claiming Cup, ran 10th, although that was on a yielding turf course, but then wheeled back in another allowance and won, and that was on a yielding turf course. So, I don't know. Number 7 is Golden Helmet, a son of Golden Horn. This is, oh, he's out of the Great Mare Valhalla. Valhalla was awesome, won $2.7 million. This horse went away in the Bradley Davis Dispersal. Joe Shaw owns this one. 7-year-old entire horse. 2 for 8 lifetime, though, has less than $30,000 in earnings. And last but not least, we have the big favorite of the night, well, of this race anyway, and that is Speak with Fists for Ryan Whitehead. Bred by me, this is a son of Kingsman, who I'm sure Ryan would appreciate the shout-out of me saying, you should breed a Kingsman, because he's actually super awesome. This guy won the Desert Duty Free this year, and then he came back to run second to only me in the Gran Premio Carlos Pellegrini, which is one of the big races of the year that no one knows about. 7 for 12 lifetime, $2.9 million earned. This guy's awesome, and loves the distance, and there's no only me here tonight. Kind of surprised with the way this race shook out this year. Make sure you get your bets in for the Chicago Million. Because right now it's at $2,800, and don't make me sing the Kiss My Breath Away song again, because I will. Don't bet on Tim's horse. He says he will lose. I don't know how the rest of that song goes. Hey guys, Pete Vela made me dinner last night, and I lived to tell the tale. Like, there were no ill effects from that, I have to say. So, if you ever have the opportunity to drop by Pete Vela's house, do it. It's totally worth it. Took like 4 hours to get home after that. So I wasn't really thrilled with that situation. Although 15 minutes of that was waiting in line at the Krispy Kreme donuts. And then another 10 minutes was I pulled over on the side of the freeway and took a nap full on. And woke myself up choking on my own spit because of the Krispy Kreme donut. Okay, so anyway. It's post time for the Chicago Million. This is a field of 8, going 1.25 miles for $1 million. Wait, isn't it $2 million in real life? I just looked at my kids as if they'll have any idea. They won't. They're just lucky they're awake. Betting pool is a pathetic $2.8 million. No, $2,800. And the field is in the gate. They're off in the Chicago Million. It was a bad break for several horses. Trek stumbled, Recorder 2, and Baron Harzand went right down to his knees. Speak with Fist gets away cleanly, though, and goes right out to the front end. Speak with Fist leading by 2 lengths early and is on a mission out here. Mitchell Pritchett in second, then Gary Coleman, Golden Helmet, Trek, Recorder, No One Is Safe is well back early, and Baron Harzand is still the early trailer. So they go sweeping under the wire the first time, a field of 8, and they are spread out with Speak with Fists. Oh my gosh, Netflix just ended. It's a disaster. Give me the buttons. Speak with Fist leading by 2, then Mitchell Pritchett, Gary Coleman, Golden Helmet, Trek, Recorder, No One Is Safe. I can't see them either! Baron Harzand is the trailer, and no change in order as they go sweeping towards the backstretch. It is, don't hit the cat please, Speak with Fist leading by 2.5. Mitchell Pritchett, then Gary Coleman, Golden Helmet, Trek, and Recorder. No One Is Safe starting to creep closer now. No One Is Safe picks up a spot, and Baron Harzand still the trailer. They've got only 5 furlongs left to go in the Chicago Million. And Speak with Fist, he leads by 4. No challengers now for Speak with Fist. Mitchell Pritchett, Trek, Gary Coleman. Here's No One Is Safe. Fifth, now 4th. Golden Helmet, Recorder, and Baron Harzand. They're coming around the turn to the top of the lane. And Speak with Fist, he leads by 3. No One Is Safe is the danger. Man, I wish I'd come up with some kind of pun about how Speak with Fist isn't safe. Trek, Mitchell Pritchett, Baron Harzand, Recorder, Gary Coleman is done. And we're really down to 2 because it's Speak with Fist. No One Is Safe is rolling at him. Trek's going to be 3rd. Speak with Fist is all out. No One Is Safe trying to get to him, but Speak with Fist had it all his own way. And Speak with Fist is going to roll home to win by 2. No One Is Safe 2nd. Trek was 3rd, then Mitchell Pritchett was 4th. The official winner is Speak with Fists. He's a 4-year-old black colt by Kingsman, breed to Kingsman, out of Foreshock by Two-Toned. He was bred by the steward and is owned by Ryan Whitehead. This is his 8th win in 13 starts. And he has a companion cat named Fat Cat, which I announced week 6, but is still awesome. That is the show for tonight. Don't forget to join us early on Friday for the Midsummer Oakson Classic. Can Hear You Me defeat the People's Horse? That would be funny. Sorry for the vaguely unprofessional show tonight, but today has been a day, let me tell you.